Hello students, good morning. Students, after completing the topic digestive system in of human, it means alimentary canal, or you can say that the topic nutrition, we are just going to discuss about the respiratory system of human. Basically students, as in your syllabus you have to study about the nutrition in human, it means alimentary canal of human or human digestive system, respiratory system, circulatory system, or you can say that transportation in plants and animals both, and excretion, it means the excretory system of human in this chapter. So today we are going to discuss about the respiratory system of human. Students, before going to start the respiratory system of human, we have to know about the processes, the life process that involves in this respiratory system. So let's start with the respiration. Students, respiration is known as the fire of life. Yes, as you all of you know that without oxygen no articles catch fire. The inflammable body never catch fire if oxygen is absent or in the absence of oxygen. So oxygen is the gas that supports the process of burning. Here in respiration, oxygen gas is either utilized or not utilized. On this basis, we can say that respiration is the fire of life. Now, going to define this phenomenon. Then, the process of oxidation of food is known as respiration. In short, you can define the respiration. The process of oxidation of food is known as respiration. With the oxidation of food, energy is released in the form of ATP, adenosine triphosphate. As I will explain in the previous class, ATP is a bioenergy coin, and its synthesis takes place in higher animals and organisms in cytoplasm as well as inside the mitochondria, that is the powerhouse of the cell. So students, after oxidation the energy is released that is utilized by the living organisms to perform any kind of physical or biological function and other metabolic processes. Types of respiration. Students, on the basis of the gases, it means oxygen is required or not required to perform the process of respiration. There is the two main types of respiration. What are they? The first one is the aerobic respiration. Aerob is a term that is taken from the Greek language. That means air. And here air means oxygen. So, in aerobic respiration, the oxygen gas is utilized. You can define the aerobic respiration the the process of oxidation of food in which oxygen gas is utilized by the organism, that is called aerobic respiration. As for example, the oxidation of glucose molecule that takes place inside the mitochondria. Here, this is a molecule of glucose, or you can say that carbohydrate, a simple type of carbohydrate, glucose, and it gets oxidized by taking 6 molecules of oxygen. This is the oxygen. Then this type of respiration is of aerobic type. Of what type? Aerobic respiration. Now, in this process, this is represented with the help of this chemical equation. Here, after the oxidation of a glucose molecule, the gas released, that is carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide. Water as byproduct, and beside these, the energy is released in the form of ATP, and 38 ATP energy is released after the oxidation of a glucose molecules, in which there is net gain of 36 ATP and 2 ATP is spent to perform this process. It means total 38 ATP is synthesized or produced after the oxidation of the glucose molecules, and 2 ATP energy is spent for this process, because this is a life process and you have to learn all the life process requires energy. Without energy, no life process can take place. So, for this process, 2 ATP energy is spent. Hence, there is net gain of 36 ATP. 38 ATP minus 2 ATP. Then there is net gain of 36 ATP on oxidation of a glucose molecule. So once again going to define what is aerobic respiration. The process of respiration in which organism utilizes oxygen gas or oxygen for oxidation of food is known as respiration. And I was always told you that the respiration takes place inside the cell. It is not just a gaseous exchange process between the atmosphere and our lungs. We also going to explain about these doubtful phenomena ahead. So let's go on the second type of respiration, that is anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic, it means absence of air, it means absence of oxygen. In this type of respiration, oxygen is not utilized for the oxidation of food. In this process, the organism do not utilizes the oxygen gas for the oxidation of food. That's why this is called anaerobic respiration. Is that clear? What we observe when we performing any physical type of activity frequently, then we have to require more amount of oxygen our muscles requires more amount of oxygen or release more and more amount of energy. As for example, when we go for a walk and running rapidly, then to complete the requirement of oxygen for oxidation, it means release of energy, we just start breathing from our mouth. What is that? That is the increasing the rate of metabolic activities that requires more and more amount of oxygen or release more and more amount of ATP. So, in the lack of oxygen, our muscles perform anaerobic type of respiration. It starts anaerobic type of respiration, and in such respiration, the formation of lactic acid. What? The formation of lactic acid starts in our muscles, and that gets saturated inside our muscles and become the cause of all and none. It means our muscles get stunted and become rigid, and the lactic acid get deposited on the joints to leads towards the joint pain, or you can say that arthritis. So students, what kind of oxidation take place in our muscles? Here is an example to represent the anaerobic respiration in muscles. Anaerobic respiration that takes place in muscles. So here is a glucose molecule. Glucose, and without utilizing oxygen, it gets break down into here 3,6-6-4-3. What is that? Yes, that is the lactic acid. And very low amount of carbon dioxide gas is released, because here not complete oxidation of glucose molecule takes place. So the amount of carbon dioxide is released is too low. And very less energy is involved, because we have not complete oxidation of glucose molecule take place. It means only 8 ATP energy is released during this process. This is anaerobic respiration, which usually take place in an athlete when he run for the race. Then the sufficient amount of oxygen is not supplied to their muscles. Then the muscle cells perform anaerobic type of respiration. Now students, there is also another example for anaerobic respiration in yeast. As you all of you know that the yeast has an enzyme that is called gymnase, and this is anaerobic respiration. Due to presence of gymnase, the glucose molecule in yeast goes on oxidation, but not complete oxidation takes place. So it gets break down into ethyl alcohol. What? Ethyl alcohol. And it can be also coined the name as ethanol. Its IUPAC name is ethanol. So here not complete oxidation of glucose molecule takes place. That's why it get oxidized in another compound, that is ethyl alcohol, and here also very less amount of carbon dioxide gas is released. It means the oxidation of a glucose molecule gives 2 molecules of ethyl alcohol, 2 molecules of carbon dioxide, and only 2 ATP energy is released during this process. Thus students, this is the type of respiration, and I will told you the respiration is not the process of gaseous exchange between atmosphere and our lungs. The process of gaseous exchange between the atmosphere and our lungs is just called breathing. What? Breathing. Then what is breathing? We can define breathing the intake of air from atmosphere with the help of our respiratory tract. It means through nostril up to the alveoli, and release of the gas that is saturated with carbon dioxide to the atmosphere is known as breathing. In very common or clear cut, you can define taking in of oxygen from the atmospheric air and taking out of carbon dioxide from the lungs is known as breathing. Understood? It's not just respiration, it's just breathing. And the breathing process is also comprises by 2 following steps. The first one is inhalation. What? Inhalation, or this is also called internal respiration. So you never confuse about inhalation or internal respiration. And the second step of the breathing is called external or exhalation. Exhalation or external respiration. What phenomena take place during these complementary processes? In inhalation, take in of air which is saturated with oxygen from the atmosphere through nostril to our lungs. During this process, the volume of the lungs get increases and the thoracic region get, or you can say that the size of our chest get increases due to the contraction in the rib cage. So this is the process of internal respiration or inhalation. And when we release the gas that is saturated with carbon dioxide from the lungs to the atmosphere, this is called external respiration or external breathing. During this process, our rib cages get relaxed and the sizes of our thoracic region or chest become normal. So students, you all of you never confuse about the phenomena of breathing and respiration. In next video lecture, we will going to explain about the respiratory system of human. Thanks students for joining today's lecture.